The Hollywood legend Kirk Douglas has died at the age of 103. His son, the actor Michael, paid tribute to him, saying to the world, "He was a legend. To me and my brothers, he was simply Dad." Lisa Mazimba looks back on his life.
For the first time in my life, people cheering for me.
He made his name as a washed-up boxer. Champion earned him the first of 3 Oscar nominations. He played a ruthless, selfish, fiercely driven upstart, a bit like Kirk Douglas himself.
I can beat him. You know I can.
The ruthlessness and drive came from his childhood. He was born Isur Danielovich Demsky, the son of illiterate Russian immigrants, and brought up in extreme poverty.
What other way? The way we could have gone in the first place. The easy way. Now, why should we do that?
He enjoyed playing villains more than heroes, like the journalist at a mining disaster who wouldn't let anything get in the way of a good story.
A big human interest story, you've got to give it a big human interest ending.
Sir, would you like me to suggest what you can do with that promotion?
The critics applauded his roles in films like Paths of Glory and in Lust for Life, in which he played Vincent van Gogh. But his lust for power earned him many enemies. He set up his own production company and hired and fired at whim, but he also defied the anti-communist witch hunts in Hollywood, crediting a blacklisted writer with the script for Spartacus.
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus.
Spartacus was about a slave who rebelled against the Roman Empire, just as Douglas himself often defied Hollywood.
I never thought of becoming a tycoon or anything. It gave me a chance to do movies that I wanted to do. Like I wanted to do Spartacus. I wanted to do a movie called The Vikings, Paths of Glory. You know, those were movies that were not easy, you know, even though they've been quite successful. It was not easy to get the financing for them and all that, but that's why I had my
I
company.
had a call from Jim Lindsay the other day, Dad.
What's he calling you about?
Kirk's son Michael Douglas became as big a star as his father, and both appeared on screen with Michael's son Cameron. By that time, Kirk had suffered a stroke. Kirk Douglas had craved affection from his own father, but never received it. In the end, he became the founder of a Hollywood dynasty and one of Hollywood's greatest stars.
Lisa Mazimba on Kirk Douglas, who's died at the age of 103.
The Spartacus actor Kirk Douglas, who is one of the last surviving stars of Hollywood's golden age, has died at the age of 103. During his career, he appeared in more than 90 movies, including Champion in 1949, which brought him his first Best Oscar nomination. Ali Fortescue is with me now. And Ali, this announcement made in the last hour or so.
Yeah, that's right. And Kirk Douglas, someone who really was a Hollywood institution. It's hard to find someone with a longer career than his. As you say, more than 90 movies, a star throughout the 1950s. He was known as not just an actor, but a producer, an author, a director, stage actor as well. He'd been in One Flew Over a Cuckoo's Nest on stage in Broadway famously. He had a number of Academy Award nominations. He won an Oscar for his lifetime achievements. He was known as well as a producer. He'd collaborated with Stanley Kubrick, but perhaps best known for his role in Spartacus, of course, where he played the lead part. He was famously a hard worker. He was a philanthropist, and of course he was also father to Michael Douglas, an Oscar-winning actor himself, who in a statement has said that to the world he was a legend, an actor from the golden age of movies who lived well into his golden years, a humanitarian whose commitment to justice and causes he believed in set a standard for all of us to aspire to. He went on to say, "But to me and my brothers, Joel and Peter, he was simply Dad. To Catherine, a wonderful father-in-law, to his grandchildren and great-grandchildren, their loving grandfather, and to his wife Anne, a wonderful husband. Kirk's life was well lived, and he leaves a legacy in film that will endure for generations to come, and a history as a renowned philanthropist who worked to aid the public and bring peace to the planet. Let me end with the words I told him on his last birthday, and which will always remain true. Dad, I love you so much, and I'm so proud to be your son." So the words there from Michael Douglas as his father's died at the age of 103.
OK, Ali, thank you.